Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are going down the home stretch of getting this 78 El Camino SS ready to paint. Okay, if you've been following along, we did all the body work except for this door. This is the last of the Mohicans here. Rest of it, all the body work's done. We're just into the sanding and priming, repriming parts. The front end is ready to paint. It just needs to be scuffed down. A few little teeny pinholes that will block down with 400. Probably don't have to prime them. Little areas. We'll go over that later. That just needs to be like 320, 400 grit. The quarter panels have to be sanded down with 180, blocked down, and reprimed. Then once that's dry, it can be like the front end, 400 grit, and ready to paint. Okay, so the goal is on this video is to get it all ready to paint. Then we're going to paint. We got to paint the door jambs. We're going to paint the door jambs white because of just nicks and stuff like that. This area here where it was not shutting right, but we fixed that the last video on this. All this stuff here. So we're just going to go ahead and paint it white, the door jambs. So we got to do that. That's no big deal on letting it dry for 3 or 4 days or anything like that before we paint it, but the gold is. So the gold, we got to paint the gold first. Now I've got some gold base coat, and then I just bought some clear. So that's what we're going to do first. Then that's got to dry for 3 or 4 days, maybe longer. It's chilly out, so it's not going to dry real fast, and I'm not going to rush it. I'm in no rush. This isn't a customer's car that's got to be out at a certain date. I got all the time in the world, so we're going to wait till it's really dry, because we don't want to put masking tape on it and have the paint wrinkle and all that. Okay, so then after that, we'll mask the gold off, mask the jambs off, and then paint it white. Okay, so that's the plan. Not all on this video. This video, we're just going to get it ready to paint the jambs and paint the gold. Okay, so y'all see me strip, and maybe I'll put it on fast motion. We're just going to do just like the other door, just grind her down. I still got to take this door lock off here. It's no big deal. I got new handles for it, but if I take the handle off, I can't open and close the door. Like the other side is just I got to reach in from the inside and do it. So we're gonna probably just paint around that handle, touch it up along the bottom if it needs to be after it's painted, but we just paint over it. Or I thought about cutting it down with cut the edges off with a cutting disc, but nah, I don't know. It's a good handle, but I got new ones. Okay, so that's the plan. I started scraping off use a scraper here. I'll show you. Somebody asked why I don't just grind these decals off. Well, it comes up the sandpaper or the grinding discs. You know, them grinding discs ain't cheap. Nothing's cheap anymore. That's pretty much it, guys. But yeah, it's embedded rust here. We have to put some rust neutralizer on that once it's ground down. We're going to grind it down with a grinder, just like the other side. Then the 80 grit on a DA, smooth it all out, spread some rust neutralizer, and then fix all the door dings. Now, it don't look bad, but yeah, I can feel them right now. I'll show them to you. It's just, see, this is why I got the 82 all ready to daily drive, but I'm afraid to park it in the parking lot. That's what these are from. I was in my Ford Fusion there the other day, parked into Dairy Queen, or Brahms, went through the drive-thru, got something to eat, parked in the parking lot to eat it, and these two women pull up in this little SUV. Drives in the opposite way that I'm parking, so the passenger side is on my passenger side, but she comes within about 2 inches, and there's a big old woman squeezed to get out of the passenger side. As they pulled in, the passenger looks at the driver, and then she opens her door, of course, bam, right into my door. I was gonna just jump out of there and say, what the fuck you doing, you know? So that's the way people are, guys. I mean, as soon as my Chevelle there was painted, drove it up and parked in AutoZone. Sure enough, some idiot comes right beside me, opens the passenger door right into it. Luckily didn't dent it, or I would have probably killed the guy. So it's hard, guys. You know, you can't, you know, spend all the time painting this and then idiots, just no respect, no, they don't give a shit, not a care in the world, just bam, 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 bumper cars with your shit. So, anyway, guys, yeah, I'm not gonna drive them where I have to park, or not very long. Well, just like AutoZone, I want to just go in there for 5 minutes and come out, but no, it don't take. So anyway, guys, that's what all that's from. That's what all these were from. The other side too. You know, 40 years, well, it was off the road for 20 something years. It was on the road. Battle wounds. Okay, so yeah, I'll set you up on fast motion. I'm just gonna scrape this off. It's getting late in the day, and we'll get started around her all day tomorrow. It's gonna be warmer tomorrow. We're gonna get that done and then start blocking, probably blocking this quarter here. Then we'll reprime this door and quarter, and then work on the other quarter, and the other doors needs to be blocked too. So we'll get all that done in the next few days, guys, and then we'll start blocking her, like the front end, down with 400 grit while we're waiting for this final primer to dry. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back when I do the rest off camera. I'll be back when I do some 80 grit. Okay guys, got her all ground down and with the grinder. I'll be using 80 grit on my DA. Okay, let me finish off the rest of it and I'll be back. Okay guys, that's it there. We're gonna put some rust neutralizer on all these little rust spots that were caused by the chips in the paint. Okay, it's hammered with door dings, but I don't think any of them have to be pulled. I'm just going to fill them in. Okay, well let me get the rest of these and I'll be back with some filler. Okay, I'm going to let that stuff dry for a little bit. Got some 180 grit on a block. We're going to block this quarter panel down. This was just like this door, and then I primed it. So we got to go over it with 180, smooth it out, then reprime it. Probably best to use guide coat, but I can see pretty good and I'll be able to get all the scratches out of it. I know what to look for. But if you're a beginner, spray some black guide coat and that'll show you. Well, if you're not very good at Bodywork, it'll show you the high spots, low spots, and little pinholes, grind scratches, stuff like that. But yeah, you want to just get a big area, keep blocking with a big area, cross it back and forth, constantly flip your sandpaper around, knock the dust out of it, just keep going. Well, you're getting dust on the lens, but that's just my cheap GoPro camera. Give you an extreme close-up of the action here. It's a bare metal showing. Go in there and start seeing some Bondo here. Start seeing some scratches here. So I don't need the guide coat, but to see everything. Keep blocking till it's out. There's a little, still a little bit there. Although I think that's just bare metal. Coming up pretty good, pretty slick. I'll just move over here a little bit. That's instead of using spot putty, I put a little bit of Bondo on a couple little pinholes. Gotta block them out. See how I'm sanding here, just some deep grind marks there. See them? They'll come out though. keep turn it around till it's clean. And the problem with guide coat too is it'll gum up your sandpaper a little bit. You know, you do it with black paint. Okay, I'm gonna keep at it. Keep at it, and I'll be back. Okay guys, here's some black. After I primed this, I forgot this area here, so I just put it in black spray primer that I had. And you can see how the black highlights the scratches that you got to get out. So you got to keep yeah, pretty much just like that. I'll do this area here by hand. I don't know how good you can see it.
No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face as a victim. We need a partner we can count on. For more than 30 years, the Volunteer has represented men and boys. Schedule an appointment for $24 Oklahoma City area. 5203 Boulevard, Suite 120, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73118.
Okay, well, you get the hint. That's all you do. Okay. Okay, guys. Got some Bondo mixed up here. I'm going to fill in all the little dents. This dent here, I don't know, I think maybe I could have probably pulled that out a little bit with the puller, but I'm just going to fill it in. Now, on this whole car, I probably used a gallon of Bondo. That's usually about average for a car, but I did use a lot on the molding the hood scoop in. Smooth it out, smooth all the hail dents out. So it would have been a lot less, but Of course, you know, half the Bondo gets sanded off. Okay, well that's all the major ones. Wait till that dries and we'll sand it down. Meantime, I'm going to be sanding down the rest of this quarter panel. Got about half of it down. So I'm going to sand the back half. And then by the end of the day, we can get this whole side primed up. So I'll be back. Okay, guys. I filed it down with a cheese grater and buzz over it with some 80 grit and a DA, then block it down with 80. Okay, we're saying the rest of it and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's the next day. I reprimed door and a quarter, but I didn't record it. I was rushing around because I was trying to get it done before the end of the day. And then I still had this kind of a wave right in here. So I wanted to get it primed before it rusted the next day. And you got a little spot right in there. Then I got all this door here blocked down, ready to reprime. I wanted to get this quarter done too, but it's getting towards the end of the day, so I'm gonna finish off that door and reprime the areas on that side and this door before it gets dark out. Hey Nikki, how you doing? Being a good girl? Nikki's a good girl. Ready to go for a walk in a little bit? But yeah, I wanted to show you something here. I got some I just didn't get what I wanted to get done today, because guy bought an engine from that Jeep that was here, so I had to drag that out with my Jeep so it's facing forward so he could load it up. So I was screwing around with that, moving hoists and jacks. But anyway, the guy I bought that topper, El Camino topper from, he finally come back, and I got these 4 tires and rims with trim rings and center caps for $100, and he delivered them. The tires aren't the greatest. They're 14-inch, but they hold air, and all 4 matching. And he said these were off of 85 El Camino. So I'm gonna move them. I'm probably gonna put them on that blue Nova, because it doesn't have a matching set of rims on it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this Nova. I think I screwed up the transmission by putting in some Ford transmission fluid. Somebody asked me where the red El Camino is. It's right here. It has 3 of those rims. No caps, no rings. Has this oddball that's flat. This one that's flat. So now I have a set of 4 matching rims with caps and rings for $100. What more could you ask for? And what do you want, kitty cat? So yeah. Okay guys, well, I'll be back when I prime the 78. I'll be back. Okay guys, doing a little prime. Got my cheap Harbor Freight gun here. Okay, let me put another coat on that and I'll be back. Okay guys, it's been a couple days. Nice day out, sun's out. It's kind of hit and miss. Usually if the sun ain't out, it's chilly. But not bad working day today. So I got this door resanded, ready to prime. I also went over the tailgate. There were some couple little pinholes in it. So that's ready to prime. And this quarter panel is ready to prime. So other than that, the rest of this is all ready to 320 400 grit. I actually have a whole bunch of 320 grit. Yes, I believe that's 320 DA paper. Now usually I just buy a couple sheets of 320 400 wet and dry and wet sand it down. But I got this 320 here, so we're going to put it on the block, and we're going to block everything else out. Mainly these little spots here where I filled some pinholes and stuff. So we're just going to block. It's not the end of the day yet. I probably got another hour or so before I prime this area. So I'm going to sand some with 320. And then if I find any bare metal spots, I can spot prime that in too. I don't think I will, but you never know. So yeah, we're just going to, since this hood is all kind of Bondo and fiberglass, we might as well block it out. On most areas, you really don't have to block it. Just hand sand it. Yeah, okay, so that's where I'm at with it. So by the end of the day, I have this all primed, ready to go, and then I think we'll unmask it and start sanding the door jambs. And then, well, we'll have to wait for the primer to dry on that driver's door and this quarter panel, and we'll scuff from about here down 320. So we can get at least have the gold ready to paint. And I'm going to try to move some of this stuff out. I'm going to put this bumper and some stuff over here underneath this carport for now. I got the rear bumper over here. I'm going to put all that stuff over there, and till after it's painted I can put it all back on. I don't know if I got room for all the rest of this stuff, but we got to get the car in here to paint next few days. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, that door reprimed, tailgate, this quarter panel, started sanding it up here with 320. Okay, so well, I think I'll end the video on that. I'll probably just scuff where the gold's gonna go with 320, and then while it's drying, you know, I'm gonna let it dry for about 3 or 4 days, but while that's drying I'll sand the rest of it, and then paint the jambs. So next video on this, we'll either paint the gold, paint the jambs white, or both. I got the bumpers over there on the stand. Got a front spoiler, gonna paint that gold. Then this little rear piece that's pretty much hidden, I gotta build some little brackets or something on that, and that goes white. So I'd like to paint this white. Yeah, I could buy a new one, but they're over $100 just for a piece of friggin' plastic. And they ain't getting my $100. So I want to paint that white when I do the jambs. So, okay. Now I just put a few little spots of primer on there. So, yeah, it's coming along. So I guess that'll do it for this video. Just needs to be scuff and shoot. So, yeah, but like I said, guys, it'll take a little while. You gotta do the jambs, do the gold, wait in between 3 or 4 days, then mask that up, the gold up, and then paint the outside white. then put it all together, which is going to be a chore and a half. Putting everything back together, doors, and then the door panels and everything, and then the decal kit, and it's going to be a while. But yeah, it's done. All the bodywork's done. All the priming's done. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner of the screen. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And follow along. We'll get a couple more videos on this, doing the painting, and then it's pretty much done. Well, yeah, we'll take it for a test drive, make sure everything works good. So after that, it's going to be the, yeah, and I've been moving the 82 out of the way when I prime. Don't want to get no overspray on that. The truck's next. Next video on the truck will be the interior. I got a bunch of interior pieces. We're going to try to spruce that up best we can. And then I think mechanically it's done, other than it's got a power steering leak, which I don't know where it's coming from. I haven't looked that close. Other than that, it's going to be paint and body work. We're going to have a problem with that vent window and the power window motor in the driver's side. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Then we got to switch beds. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Then after that, we'll do the El Camino. We'll just fix all the dents, fix the rust. Hopefully it won't be that much rust. I think probably the cab corners, bottom of the doors, maybe a little bit in the corner. That's why we're changing beds, because that bed's too rusty. No, not too rusty, it's fixable, but it's just as easy to put another bed on, because I already have one. But anyway, I don't want to ramble too much, but yeah, it's coming up, guys. It's going to look good. Just bought some clear, so I actually got some red acrylic enamel from a long time ago. I can't remember what I bought it for. I think we're going to go that. Then I got some black, and might clear it all. Depends on how it turns out. But yeah, we're basically painting this for paint I already have. And same with this one. The gold I already had and the white is leftover. Half a gallon for the Avalanche, because the Avalanche, you can see half of it's all that cladding. So it didn't take much paint. And then the other half is from that white, from that 94 step side. So yeah, we're not really spending anything on this. A little bit of clear to go over the gold. So yeah, that's a couple of cheap paint jobs. It ain't going to cost me nothing. If you're in that business, that's what you'll have laying around, is leftover paint from jobs. Tell you a story a long time ago, back in the day. I had an old Chevy truck, 76 I think, square body, and of course I did all kinds of paint work, and I had all this paint, and the whole truck needed to be painted, in the bed, outside, inside, everything. So I needed about 1.5 gallons, and I mixed up all this paint that I had, little quarts and pints, and mixed it all together, and it turned out to be a gray metallic, and painted it with that. Turned out pretty good. So yeah, we're not doing that with this. We're not mixing a whole bunch of crap together, but it's going to be the right paints. You're not going to be a bunch of different paints mixed together, and you don't know how long it's going to last or anything. But yeah, anyway guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching. Gotta take the Nikki's ready to go for a walk. Nikki, ready to go for a walk. Ready to go for a walk. Good girl. Take Nikki for a walk. These cats been hanging around. They're always hungry. So we'll see y'all next video, guys.